My dad was an official of the former government regime. So when the date of April 30th, 1975 happened, I still remember vividly the soldier take off all the uniform and throw around the street because they don't want to be seen as soldiers. So, and I saw tank, army tank roll into the street of Saigon. That was terrifying. And within a few weeks after that, well, I think that evening my dad said that he had to report, and they just gonna go through some classes of re-education, and then he'll report to be safe and sound with that. That was the last time that we see him, and I was separated from my family for 12 years, and my dad was in re-education camp for 9 years. So các chú các cô bác còn nhớ cái kỷ niệm mà mình đi học tập cải tạo, có ai đi học tập cải tạo không? Dạ, ba cháu đi học tập cải tạo 9 năm, thành thử ra phải xa gia đình trời. Cái kỷ niệm mà đi một viên á, nghĩ tới nó rất là cay đắng, nhưng mà cũng là cái điều rất là may mắn. So, as a city boy, through and through, Saigon is a big city of millions of people. I think at the time it could be around 19 million people. So I've never known what a country is like, the countryside is like, or the ocean is like. I've never been to the ocean. So when they announced that we're going to go to overseas, I thought, oh, wow, what's an adventure? So my first experience was we were secretly going to the deep in woods in Nha Trang, and then all the small children was given pill so that they can sleep and not crying because we don't want to discover by the Coast Guard. And for the first time ever, sneaking in a moonless night, laying on the ground in the forest, just above me, there was berries, wild berries. So that was a wonderful experience as a city boy. I've never tasted wild berry. It was so sweet and so fragrant. It was just amazing. So that was a wonderful experience. But then we get into a round little boat, and to get into a bigger fishing boat, but it's not really big. It's just an ordinary fisherman fishing boat. I later get on it. There was 85 other people. We just lay each other like sardine, như cá mồi vậy quý vị. Cái thuyền nó rất là nhỏ mà người ta ngồi lấp mình được đặt với một chỗ là mình ngồi yên nằm ở đó luôn. You cannot move. It is 86 people on the boat inside. It's just overcrowded, so hot, and I would got a spot that my head would lean against the wall of the hole, I guess, and there's a nail that's sticking out of it. So at the boat rock, my head keep banging to that nail. So to this day, I still remember that. And I've never been on the open ocean before. The waves, it's just incredible. I vomit, just thrown up until the green bile came out. And my aunt had to give me lemon to just not, but then there's guns shooting at us. The Coast Guard discovered that we was trying to escape, so, but that was the frame moment, but then someone showed you need to stand up, make an effort to wave to your countryland because you will never know, you'll never see it again. So, bắt đầu bị khám phá ra thì người ta bắt đầu nổ súng, họ ruột theo, thì cũng có nhiều người nói phải ráng mà ngồi dậy để vẫy tay chào quê hương một lần chót, có thể mình không bao giờ trở lại được gặp nữa. Sorry, I jump back and forth to English because I know that our important guest, MOA Adrian Dix, Honorable Ministry of Resources, is not here today because the event last night with the Filipino community, he's very close to them, as well as the esteemed MP Don Davey, who's not here. So my speech was geared toward them, but they're both very concerned with the Filipino Festival tragedy yesterday. So we think of them and I pray for everyone that affected by it. But back to my story is that the experience of the Vietnamese refugees has never been the 50 year of April 30th, 1975, we call it Black April. It's never been a wonderful experience to remember. Thousands of lives have lost. Jeffrey là một người may mắn. Kỷ niệm của thiền nhân, nhưng cũng rất là nhiều người cũng vào trong hoàn cảnh như vậy và đã bỏ mình trên biển khơi. Over 500,000 people lost their life on the ocean to find freedom on a journey. My story is not that unique, but I was fortunate that I lived to this day. But I have gone through also the refugee experience that many of us face, going to a new land and being discriminated against. I have never been always so proud being a boat refugee. I hide that fact. Never want to talk about it because being sponsored by Baptist church group and being a Buddhist, you feel obliged to become Baptist. But then all of the Caucasian people never accepted you as one of their. So in my teenage years, I felt very withdrawn because I just been treated differently because I look differently among the general public or community. So there was name calling. You don't want to say that you're a Vietnamese because they call hey Gook or hey Chink in high school. So we become very withdrawn. So I went through a rebellious stage of not wanting to participate in community event or even listen to Vietnamese music or proudly claim that I'm of Vietnamese heritage. But that changed because I realized no matter who I am, what I try to do, I'm always be a Vietnamese. So as a member of the Vietnamese Canadian community, in the scientific terms of refugee settlement is when water carry a seed and it settled down and take roots. And that was my experience as a living seed originally from Vietnam land, floating through the ocean and settle down in the soil of Canada, my new homeland, and develop my root here for 40 years now, and blossoming as a Vietnamese Canadian, owning my loyalty to Canada, but forever and ever faithfully remember my motherland, my country. Thưa quý vị, cái kỷ niệm mà Jeffrey đã trải qua là một thuyền nhân, là mình được cái sự chuyển hóa đi của nước dòng biển và đến may mắn được và mọc rễ ở đất nước Canada này để trở thành một người công dân Canada trung thành. Nhưng quý vị ơi, cái danh từ quê hương đối với Jeffrey, quê hương là gì? Quê hương là cái hương, cái mùi vị của cái quê cha đất mẹ mà mãi tới bây giờ 50 năm mỗi lần Jeffrey có dịp về Việt Nam hoàn toàn hòa mình vào trong đó và cảm thấy rất là hạnh phúc. So I thank you for the honor to share my experience with you, and please always remember April 30th, 1975, a wonderful, bittersweet memory for all of us Vietnamese. Please contribute to Canada, but always remember your root of Vietnam and make sure that you go and vote as your right of being Canadian citizen tomorrow, April 28th. Xin cảm ơn quý vị.